Simple Life presents How to Say No to Anyone Without Feeling Guilty. 1. Acknowledge that you cannot do everything. If you always say yes, you are not going to have enough time to do anything. This will cause you stress and worry as you will not have enough time for yourself. Make sure that whatever it is you are saying yes to is something that you have time for, and most importantly, you want to do it. If you have a lot going on one day, try not to take on too much. If you have a free evening one day and the question is asked, you can say yes if you would like, but you also need to know that it's okay to say no. You will not have time for everything that you want to get done normally, let alone helping other people too. Knowing and understanding that you can't do everything, and that it is okay to not do everything, will really help you when saying no to others. 2. Offer an alternative. Offering an alternative solution to someone is a great way to be able to say no to someone. Even though you cannot directly help them, you are still offering a suggestion or solution, which will help them out. As long as you can offer something that is relevant to the situation and will help the person, then this is a very useful solution to saying no. You are still being helpful to the person without saying yes and taking up your time. This is a great way to say no without feeling guilty. 3. Say no without apologizing. This can seem scary at first. However, once you know the best way of saying no to someone without apologizing, it will seem much easier. You need to recognize that you do not need to apologize to someone because you cannot do something that they have asked. Apologizing means that you are guilty of something, and saying no to someone is nothing to be guilty about. Again, you do not need to sound rude, you can even offer something else. For example, "It's great that you are throwing a surprise party for our friend. I don't have time today to help you get decorations, but I will bring a cake for the party when it happens." You are not apologizing, but you are offering something else when you have more time, which is great. 4. Understand why you have a hard time saying no. Being able to understand why you have a hard time saying no can really help you with the situation. If you know what it is that is stopping you from saying no, you can be more rational about the situation and see it from another point of view. Could it be because you are worried that you will be judged for saying no? Maybe you think that the person you are saying no to will be mad at you for doing so? If this is the case, then you may need to leave the friendship, and surround yourself with nicer and more positive people. 5. Know your value. You need to learn your own value. Part of not being able to say no is usually because you want others' approval, or you don't want them to be annoyed at you, judge you, or feel let down by you. However, if you are depending on others' approval of you, then the chances are that you feel their opinions are more important than your own. This also means you are putting others above yourself. You need to take care of yourself and know how valuable you are. Other people's opinions of you do not define you or do your problems or mistakes. It is okay to put yourself first and value your own opinion more than the opinions of others. 6. Have a go-to phrase. Already having a rehearsed phrase then you can use when you are asked something out of the blue is extremely helpful, especially if you are not great at thinking on your feet. If you can set aside what you would say if you needed to politely say no to someone, you will not have to think on the spot when asked the question. An example of a go-to phrase for this could be, "Thank you for asking me, but unfortunately, I have other commitments so I won't be able to help you with that." Doing this is very helpful and is great to have in case you are likely to panic when you are asked a question on the spot. 7. Be more selfish. There have been negative associations with the word selfish. But, remind yourself that the problem often comes from highly adept manipulators, and you don't have to have any of it. At the same time, being a little more selfish may be a good thing, since it can help reduce anxiety and stress. Think about it. You skip the gym to go to happy hour with your friends. You help someone else on a project before completing your own work. Or, you skip a doctor's appointment to meet with a potential client. Over time, your mental and physical health suffers. If there is one reason why you should start saying no more often is that you need time to take care of yourself. If you're a wreck, then how can you possibly help anyone else out? Self-care is empowering and healthy both mentally and physically. 8. Use the broken record technique. Most people will move on if you clearly explain why you can't help or meet with them. Unfortunately, some people can't accept being rejected. You don't get this type of reaction from others anymore, but you did get those manipulators who wouldn't take no for an answer for a long time. Following your initial decision to do better things for yourself, the determination to rise up was present in yourself. They will try to break you down until you reconsider. Until you master self-care, you will be of little use to others. You must remind yourself this fact, over and over. Do well for yourself now so that later you can do more for others. If you ever find yourself in this situation, repeat the same, "Sorry, I can't," response no matter how many times they ask you. Be polite and empathetic. But, do not let them talk you into anything. Their endgame is to have you go from a no, to a maybe, to a yes. "Sorry, I can't," is a great response, and the only one you need ever give. 9. Don't respond immediately. You don't want to leave someone hanging, but you don't have to respond to their request instantly. Let your friend or family member know that you have to review your calendar and that you'll get back to them as soon as possible. Besides checking your availability, you need this time to see if the request gels with your boundaries and policies. Sometimes this may only take a couple of minutes, while other times you may need to sleep on it. If you like the video, do subscribe, like and comment. Do hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification. Thank you for watching.